Hey Bread Gang, I hope everyone's doing good and keeping safe. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update on Best Ink. So I put you guys on Best Ink believing that it was a very good penny stock with a lot of potential a couple of weeks ago, and since then the price has literally doubled. So in today's video, I'm going to go through the price action. So looking at where I believe the price is going to go for the next couple of weeks or days or even months, and still believing that this is a potentially good long-term hold. For the meantime, I'm going to go through the price action and I'll also go through any other information that I believe could actually affect the price or anything else I feel you guys should know for those guys who hopped on this stock or those guys who are thinking about hopping on. With that being said, let's get this bread. So if I have a look at the short float data for Best Ink, so the float is sitting at 18.85%, and that equates to about 35.5 million shares that are on loan. And seeing as the price has pretty much doubled, there's a lot of short sellers that are trapped right now. So a lot of short sellers, part of the reason the price pretty much took off so quickly is that it's, well, partly down to a short squeeze, right? Because as the price started rising, a lot of short sellers were getting trapped. So they pretty much started buying back to cover, and this created a lot of demand within the market. So the price went up, came down. So when I talk of short squeezes in my videos, this is an example of what I mean. So if we look at the chart of Best Ink, so starting off looking at the daily chart, and look at that beautiful rally right there. So basically when I put you guys on the stock was roughly around the 6th of August, and the price was sitting around $1.13, and the price dropped a little bit and pretty much found its feet. So it dropped down to this support, found its feet, and then from there the price is just taken off from pretty much $1, roughly $1 to where it's currently sitting at $2.16. So the price has more than doubled since I put you guys on it. But when I put you guys on it, there was a resistance that I told you guys to have a look at. Basically look out for. And that resistance was roughly around $1.50. So the price actually since then broke that resistance. It got to the resistance first of all around the 8th of September or 9th of September, and then there was some bearish action. Basically, there was a lot of bears thinking, you know what, this high resistance, especially looking at this bearish engulfing candle, a lot of bears, short sellers would have been like, you know what, the price is going to keep falling. It's going to start falling and continue falling from here. So let's capitalize on the price fall. So the price then fell to this 50 moving average. So seeing as the price was above the 50 MA, this meant that, look, the trend was potentially bullish, so the bears basically had to bring the price down to test the 50 MA because the price broke above the 50 MA on the 1st of September. And since then, the bears were like, you know what, let's bring this price back down, test that 50 MA to see if it would hold as a dynamic support. And it came down and the 50 MA actually held as a very good dynamic support. And since then, the price just took off, pretty much heading up, creating bull flag after bull flag. So the first bull flag it created was on the run up to the resistance of $1.50. So the resistance was then tested, created this bull flag. So the bull flag was broken on the 17th of September. And once the resistance of the bull flag pattern gets broken, then there's going to be a lot of momentum basically pushing the price. And after this, the second bull flag pattern was formed. And not only a bull flag pattern being formed, but the price actually came down to test that old resistance of $1.50, which is now technically speaking a new support. So they had to test that to see if that was a support, and of course that support held. So the resistance of $1.50 is now a good support. So the bulls then broke out of the second bull flag pattern and formed yet again another one, a third bull flag pattern more recently, and this was really tight. So this bull flag pattern was quite a tight one, and the bulls have actually broken out of that since then. So this is a very, very, very good rally, and this is what I was predicting. That says that, look, if the price broke out of this pretty much a key resistance, the key resistance of $1.50, if it broke out of this, then there was potentially likely to be a lot of like momentum pushing the price even further up. Once the price was pushed up, it was likely to actually break out of this resistance, the second resistance at $1.93, or roughly around $2. And this is the case. So right now, we wait to see if this resistance that is now technically speaking the support, the resistance of $1.93, if this actually holds as a support, which looking at yesterday's session, the price actually came back down and the bulls actually pushed the price all the way up from pretty much $1.90 when the bears tested the resistance, pushing the price all the way up to where it closed at $2.12. So in today's session, it'll be interesting to see where the price actually closes. So if we move on from the daily chart to the weekly chart, and as we can see on the week of the 4th of October, the price actually broke out of that 50 MA to the upside. So this means that if the 50 MA was to hold, it's likely for the next couple of weeks, it's likely that we're going to see some green candles and likely going to see a very good bullish trend. The 50 MA is holding as a very good dynamic support. So guys, I believe the price is likely going to head up to test this resistance, the resistance at $2.53. So pretty much that resistance is not just a resistance line, it's technically speaking, it's a resistance zone. So resistance zone between $2.53 and $2.82. The $2.82 I believe is more or less a key resistance, but we're likely to see a lot of bearish action and basically some bearish rejection when the price gets to $2.53. So guys, keep an eye on that level. So if we hop over from the chart and have a look at Finviz and looking at the price target for the analyst, so the mean target, the analyst mean target, they're giving the price target of $2.98, so roughly around $3. And this pretty much coincides with my resistance of $2.83, but first of all it has to get to $2.53. So guys, I still believe Best Inc has a lot of potential going forward, and even as a long-term hold I still believe there's a lot of potential. But just remember guys, these are my own thoughts and opinions on what I believe basically is going to happen. Best Inc, the price is going to happen, and also going forward I believe the company itself has got a lot of potential. There's a lot of things happening in the background, but remember, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Make sure you guys do your own background DD. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe and of course hit that notification bell. Guys, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Best Inc, especially if you're invested in it or you're thinking about investing in it. And give this video a thumbs up. Let me know this is the kind of content you guys like to see, and I'll continue bringing out updates on Best Inc. And also I could bring out basically penny stocks that I believe have got a lot of potential, because a lot of the trades I take are actually penny stocks that I believe have got potential, just like Best Inc, that are pretty much double or triple in price. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.